It's important to know, guys, that sometimes I use foul language. It's appropriate when I do. Right on time. What's up, dudes? All right, so today we're going to talk about weakness. We're going to define weakness. We're going to start to understand the context of weakness. When I talk about weakness, when I talk about mock the weak, a lot of people get offended. Now, if you don't listen to my podcast, and if you like me, listen to it. If you're not so, don't listen to it yet. Like me first before you listen. When somebody insults somebody, insult is the sort of the ball that's thrown at you. Offense is you choosing to catch that ball. Right? So anybody can insult you, but you and you alone become offended. Nobody can make you feel a certain way. You can give access to somebody, to your feelings, and that's how one becomes offended. Right? Shut that kid up. So, when we talk about becoming offended, whenever I hear somebody say, you know, what you said upset me, what you said offended me, understand that I usually take a deep breath, because it's not a respectable thing to tell another person. Understand that there is nothing in this world, in the most natural state of life, that is going to bend so that your life may become easier. So I remember I created a meme last year, like one of those pics, and it said, how does it feel to be so weak that even words could hurt you? Right? A bunch of people stole my damn meme and they made it a lot cooler though, with Vikings and stuff, but the whole sentiment was, with all the things working against us in life, to allow yourself to become so frail that the words of other people can determine your mental state is the pinnacle of what I would call weakness. So what is weakness? Weakness is not a level of strength. Weakness isn't a minimum level of ability. Weakness is on the ladder of personal power, somebody choosing to not climb. It doesn't matter what rung of the ladder you're on. It doesn't matter whether everybody you're with is at a higher rung. It doesn't matter the pace that you're climbing. Weakness is somebody choosing to not climb. Beyond that, you have people who are even weaker than those people who don't climb, because them, in order to validate who they are, start insulting climbing at all. They start condemning the value of climbing one's own ladder. So when I say mock the weak, I don't mean making fun of retards. I don't mean making fun, oh my God, he said retards. Right? I don't mean to make fun of people that are poor, that are ugly, that are fat, that are skinny, that are sick, that are stupid. I'm not saying make fun of those people. I'm saying make fun of anybody who says that you shouldn't be looking to empower yourself every single day, because they are saboteurs in your life. Now, I have an incredible laboratory here at the school of people from all different walks of life, from all different backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, you know, grew up under different circumstances, had different life journeys. But we get to see these universals played out in every single group. Those of you senior belts, people that have been around a long time, you've seen them come and go. You've seen sometimes people show up and they don't like the way that this was told to them. They don't like the way they were spoken to at this point or that point. And they see it as something that offends them. And finally they get to the point where they say, you know what, I don't have to take this. I don't have to take this. These people are out to get me. Right? The beginners. He can't talk to me like that. He doesn't know me. And this is where we see weakness. Now sometimes, and I've always said this, I don't argue chocolate versus vanilla. I like vanilla ice cream. I like chocolate ice cream. Vanilla's better. No, chocolate's better. I don't get into those arguments. That's personal preference. I will, however, argue 1 + 1 = 2. If you tell me it does not equal 2, we have a situation here. Right? So for a lot of the people, especially early on in their journey here, they don't fit because they show up with such a weak mindset that just being around us is too much for them. There's too much heat. Because all the shadows of weakness are eliminated in my house. I slay all elephants in the room. Right? All sacred cows. There is nothing that is left unmentioned with me. Ever. That's rough to be around. For some people. Others, they come in and people will look at them and go, you know what? I don't know how this guy's even going to make it till next week. Look at him. Look at the music he listens to. Right? Danny with his freaking 6-inch earlobes. Right? Who else we got? Let me start making fun of people. Craig Mack with his tight ass jeans. Right? Some of us got gold fronts. Right, Joe? Do you, son? Stay icy. But if we look at that superficial level, it's easy to say this guy isn't going to make it, this guy isn't, this guy isn't. But then we look at other people who say this guy's going to fit right in. Good guy, working guy, family guy, has a lot of friends, seems popular, but they don't make it. Right? I've had countless people come into my office, talk to me about problems. I've extended courtesies to them. I've extended money to them. I've extended everything at my disposal to them, because when you're in, you're in. But these people still find their way out, because none of that matters. What matters is strength and weakness. That's it. So there have been people who have left the school. I don't like the way MC talks. I don't like the way he talks online. I don't like the way he talks in his podcast. I don't like the way he treats people. I don't like... That's fine. Most of these people that leave, though, never have a conversation with me. They never are strong enough to at least be curious as to how I would explain myself to them. It's only weakness and strength. That's all it is. Early on, I thought some people didn't have the information. That's why they were weak. Right? They didn't get along in life. They didn't have the information. But then I started realizing, you know what? Even given the information, these people still aren't doing the right thing. They still aren't becoming stronger. So then I thought, well, maybe they're just stupid. A lot of dumb people on this planet. Maybe given the information, they don't understand how to put 2 and 2 together. But then no, I saw intelligent people who had the information still choose the wrong path. So now I know what it is. It's weakness and strength. It's resilience and fragility. That's all it is. When you're around me, the heat is on. I'm going to check everything you do, everything you say, and you see it. Some people, they'll be instructors, right? Teaching classes and you know, helping people learn jujitsu. And I walk in the room and they start stuttering and they start doing the move wrong and stuff like that. And I like having that effect on people like that. Why? Because I am always keeping the heat on. When you get to the point where none of that bothers you, and there are plenty of people in the school who no matter what I say, no matter what I do, it doesn't affect them. Some people look, remember we talked about, I shouldn't have used balls in this metaphor. Now I'm stuck to that. Let's say objects. Let's just say objects, right? So we said insulting somebody is throwing an object at them. Becoming offended is catching that object, choosing to catch that object. Well, some people just walk around looking to catch objects being thrown. You saw how here's the ball was. So those people in this environment are not going to succeed, and that's the way we should want it. And I would ask you, if you're at home, if you're at work, if you're at school, if you're amongst your friends, are these people holding you to that same standard? I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you like me. I want you to always be able to say, however, that I've always been consistent. Inconsistency is what I look to avoid. I don't look to please everybody and become friends with everybody. When you're here, I don't just try to say that, listen, we're just here because, we want to get black belts in the jungle gym martial arts system, in jiu-jitsu, in judo. No, we're here to become different people. We're here to endure an environment that substitutes what we're lacking. What we're lacking outside. I once had a friend in jiu-jitsu who once told me, and he became a black belt, he said, I don't go to jiu-jitsu to learn how to be. I don't want to go there and hear about, virtues and life skills, and I go there to train. I go there to exercise, I go there to train. Well, this friend of mine, and some of you know who he is, wound up by himself on the wrong end of a conversation with a shotgun some years later. And it was at that moment that I told myself, I'm not just going to try and connect with the people that are looking to be connected to. Everybody's getting it. It's the way it is for everybody. If you can't take it, then go. Because if at the end of your journey here, and everybody leaves at some point, right? Don't kid yourself. Because I don't. Everybody leaves at some point. Whether you like me, dislike me, love me, hate me, you're going to leave stronger. And that's all I care about. All right, guys, thanks for listening.